What it do, wrestling world? Welcome back to Over the Top Rope Wrestling. It's your boy, Mr. Steel, Dibs. And of course, I'm joined by my brother from another. You see his shirt, you better stay tantalizing. You better buy the merchandise. You better go get it. That is the one, the only, Tantilizing Tony, my brother. It's been 2 weeks. My brother, it's been 2 weeks. How have you been? How are you doing?
Well, as the catchphrase says, I've been staying tantalizing. Check out my merchandise, everybody. Yeah, check it out. The link will be up there in a minute. In fact, here it is right here. If you want to share that, JB, whenever you get a chance. Let me see.
What up, share?
Something up there. Let's see. Let
me see.
There it is.
Right there? Ah, there it is.
Check it out, everybody. The Stay Tantalizing shirt. In case you can't see it, it is spring.com/listing Tantalizing Tony. If you got a problem, go to Teespring. Go to teespring.com and then type in my name. Teespring.com Tantalizing Tony. And you get this lovely shirt for the low price of only $24.99. All proceeds go to the channels. That's the Over the Top Rope show, wrestling show. That's Tantalizing Tony channel and Mr. Steal Dibs channel. Thank you very much.
There it is, man. Stay tantalizing, everybody. Stay tantalizing. Yes, indeed. Let's get right into this show. Let's start it off with the releases that have been happening since last week up until yesterday. We're going to start off with Bray Wyatt. I want you to go right into it and give me your thoughts first about Bray Wyatt being released.
Biggest mistake in the history of wrestling. How do you have a guy such as Bray Wyatt, or his real name, Wyndham Rotunda? The guy has creativity, charisma, wrestling ability, and he has something that a lot of wrestlers don't have. Stone Cold has it. The Rock has it. Shawn Michaels has it. The Undertaker has it. The it factor. How do you let this guy go? Thumbs down. How about JB?
Well, let me jump in quick. So when I got the news, I was very, very disappointed. Number one, this is the most over character, or was the most over character in the WWE. Every fan loved Bray Wyatt from the get-go, from Follow the Buzzards, from the Wyatt family, until now the Fiend. He was a loved character. This guy, to me, is a creative genius when it comes to developing characters. And his in-ring ability is great. So I don't know why you would get rid of one of your most over characters within the WWE universe. I have no clue on why they did this. Now, he was gone for months, showed up at WrestleMania and wrestled and left again. He had issues with his good friend, Brody Lee, passing away. Okay, give the man the time he needs. Whenever a superstar takes a break, you stop what you're doing, and then you extend the contract, how many months they're gone from the end of the contract where it's supposed to end. So I don't see a problem of why, okay, take the time you need, come back when you're ready. You've done this with Sasha, and when Jeff Hardy got hurt, you did it with him. You've done this millions of times. And if they take a leave of absence, you don't have to pay them anything. So what is the reason for releasing Bray Wyatt? he has many stories left to tell. He got a story with Roman, and there's other wrestlers in there that he can have a story with. I don't understand it. And I was sick to my stomach because I was sick about Braun. Even though they didn't really have anything for Braun at all, Braun is one of your top superstars. And now, this here is your biggest superstar you have released. Why? Why?
That's a girl right there. Boo, boo, boo. Um, I've been thrown aback since last night. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube Live, this is Mr. Steal Your Dibs, JB Jared Boyd. I want you guys to subscribe to his channel. The links will be in the description after this goes off the air. We did this impromptu, so everybody on YouTube Live watching on my channel, this is a show we do every Saturday night around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, depending on schedules. Summertime's a little different. But after this, you check out Mr. Steal Your Dibs. Help him get the subscribers he needs so he can get to the level I'm at, and we can take this to over the top. Get it? Over the top rope.
Right, yep.
Name it Joe. But back to the release of Bray Wyatt. It's criminal. It's criminal. When I heard that they released Bray Wyatt, you ready? Here's my face. This is why I was like, what? Crickets. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, and it's a big mistake. And if AEW is smart, they snatch up Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, and they take over the Dark Order, and they do everything for the man upstairs, Brody Lee. This is a perfect opportunity for AEW to give the WWE some real competition.
This is a perfect marketing strategy as well for AEW. If you can realign those three guys back together, and you ain't got to call it the Wyatt family. You can give it another name. But if you get those three guys back together, AEW right now will even jump up higher than where they have jumped up in recent weeks. I promise you that. Bray Wyatt could be the big name. Not CM Punk, not Daniel Bryan. Bray Wyatt. And you give him creative control over his character. Bray Wyatt is the guy that can get them over the hump and probably challenge the WWE. Like I said, I am speechless about this. I was just in total shock. I never saw Bray Wyatt being released from the WWE. It is a total tragedy. It's the biggest mistake. And to me, in due time, they'll regret it. It might not happen in a year, 2 years, or 3 years, but I think they're going to feel the effect of losing Bray Wyatt, because I think they guess Alexa Bliss can carry this character on, and she's done a good job, but she's not Bray Wyatt. She's not Bray Wyatt.
After they released Braun Strowman, I told you all bets were off after that. And this is why. Braun Strowman, as well as Bray Wyatt, are homegrown WWE guys.
That's correct.
They molded these guys. Bray Wyatt, a.k.a. Wyndham Rotunda, was with the WWE for 12 years. You know, if you don't remember, back in the day, he was Husky Harris.
Husky Harris.
In NXT, before NXT is like it is now. NXT was like a game show. It was more of a competition thing. So I told you guys, and I know you remember, once Braun Strowman was released, no one's safe. Well, you know, Bobby Lashley's safe, Roman's safe, you know, the big name. But Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, the Mysterios, I don't put anybody right now that's safe. It's, you know, look at the women, what they did to women. Look what they did to Ruby Riott, you know, Lana, Mickey James. These are people that were over, you know, the Iconics. It's like they have just dumped talent after talent after talent after talent. Yes.
That's our superstar, everybody. Our
All right.
superstar. That is Mikey. What's up, Mikey? How
So
you doing?
just so you guys know, watching on YouTube, Mikey makes an appearance on makes an appearance on over the top rope every time we do a show.
Every
So
time.
there's his appearance. Say hi to look in the camera. Say hi to everybody. Look right there.
Say hi, Mikey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Mrs. JB.
All right.
Mr. JB.
And do not
All
do
right,
best.
Mikey.
That's what?
That's tantalizing.
What?
Tantalizing.
Stay tantalizing. Good job. Good job.
Now, also, we've seen NXT get chopped left and right. We've seen some people get released, but man, they're getting chopped. And to me, the biggest name from these NXT releases is your former North American champion, who is also over with the crowd, Bronson Reed. This one is another one I did not see coming at all. Bronson Reed is over with the crowd. He was about to have a feud with Adam Cole. Okay?
Baby!
There it is, with Adam Cole. And now, like Malachi Black and Big E, chopped him, gone. I don't know who has the final say over these NXT releases. I thought it was Triple H. I could be wrong. Is Vince going over Triple H's head and doing this himself? He and Nick Khan? I don't know, but this was another mistake right here. Bronson Reed should have not been released. He's one of your biggest NXT stars. You could build around him. And just when you start bringing up Karrion Kross, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, when you bring all them up, you just brought up Finn. Here's a guy you can still build around. He's over with the crowd. Why? He's on TV every week. Why? I'm not getting it. I don't know. I mean, I keep hearing budget cuts, whatever, but they made a lot of money last year. So I don't know why this guy was released. Bronson Reed on NXT, a major star? Come on. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's no explanation. Talking about budget cuts is a lie because last quarter, they made a lot of money. In case you didn't hear that, they made a lot of money. I don't know who's in charge. I don't know if Vince is overruling Triple H. I don't know if Triple H has just said whatever. This Nick Khan guy, as much as people give Tony Khan problems and give him a hard time, Nick Khan has been the worst acquisition for WWE because ever since he's come on board, it's going downhill. Not to mention NBC and Fox were not happy that Bray Wyatt was released.
Oh, I bet they weren't.
So this is a head scratcher. I mean, you see this guy. It's like when Bronson Reed heard that he was getting released, I'm telling you, he was just, as you can see, he's like, what? And that it's mind-boggling. I don't get it.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who's joining us, watching us right now on Facebook, Twitch, and both of our YouTube channels. Mr. Steal Your Dibs wrestling page is mine. Tantilizing Tony is his YouTube page. We got dudes at Ringside podcast watching. They say Vince is selling the company. I don't think Vince is selling. I think that's happening at all. What do you think? You think that's a possibility?
It's a possibility. You gotta look at it like this. They're releasing a lot of talent. A lot.
Yeah, true.
A lot. And why? And then you're keeping some people, like there's people that you can let go that you don't, but these people that they're letting go are stars.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt, a star. Braun Strowman, a star. Bronson Reed, a star. You know?
Mercedes Martinez.
Star. This might have something to do with Adam Cole as well, because Adam Cole had a meeting last night. That's Paige. Adam Cole had a meeting last night with Vince behind the scenes at SmackDown, and something went down after that because after he had that meeting, those releases came through, and on a Friday night at that, who knows? Kira's looking for just so you know.
I know it's all good.
But something's going on. And Dudes at Ringside Podcast, shout out to them. Check them out on all streams. Dudes at Ringside Podcast. Something's happening. Something's happening that we don't have a clue about. Something's a brewing. And I think by Survivor Series we'll know something. You know?
Gotcha. BJ Wright. BJ Wright was had the BJ Wright from Mania Club. BJ Wright.
Oh, hold up a second. All things must stop right now when BJ's in the room.
BJ.
I want to look right into this camera. I want to talk to this man. BJ Wright, the leader of the brand, now the current king of Mania Club. BJ, I'm a man of my word. And when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. You had Mania Club right from day one. I should have joined the brand, and now I have seen the light. Pass it on. I know you will. Everybody in Mania Club's on notice. On notice. From Booyah to that so-called champion Percy. If everybody in YouTube world or Facebook doesn't know what's going on, you will know. But BJ, I appreciate you. I will see you in Vegas. Me and JB will see you. My friend, I bow to the king.
Everybody, Mania Club, they charity group, they nonprofit, they give money to charity. You can find them on Facebook, Mania Club. Tell them me and Tantilizing Tony sent y'all. Before we get back to Adam,
Connor's Cure.
Connor's Cure.
Right. What is it? Time, Money, Energy? Is that what it is? I think so. Donate when you get a chance.
Before we get to back, yes, RTS Wrestling. He's talking about Bronson Reed. He had good potential. Also, it's crazy. Too much release. They releasing too many good wrestlers. Yes, sir. Yes, that is definitely right. Too many good wrestlers they are releasing. Back to this man here, Adam Cole,
baby.
There it is. So, as Tony was saying, they had a meeting with Adam Cole before SmackDown happened. It was rumored that Adam Cole might be out the door, but apparently the meetings were great, and apparently they're going to offer him $1 million a year, and he's going to go on to the main roster. I'm going to start it off first before you go. I said it 1,000,000 times, and I will say it 1,000,000 more times. Adam Cole, to me and other people, all right, it might not be the Tantalizer, but to me and a lot of others, Adam Cole is our modern day Shawn Michaels. I don't care what nobody says. To me, this is the closest thing to Shawn Michaels as far as in-ring ability, talking on the mic, you name it, it is what it is. He's giving me the boo birds. I don't care about the boo birds. My promos want to continue to go. You can boo all you want, but I tell you what, you won't be booing when you see me with your mama tomorrow night. Anyway, we going on. We moving. Now, now, it is time for Adam Cole to be moved up to the main roster. I don't care if it's Raw. I don't care if it's SmackDown. And, you know, we need some new blood, some new faces. You got to change up things a little bit. And this is the perfect man to start with. And I don't care if you don't start him off with an immediate title shot. I don't care if you do. If it's Intercontinental or US, I don't care. Adam Cole is this dude. Adam Cole, to me, would change the landscape of wrestling. He's only, 32, 33 years old. He is still young, very much in the prime of his career. Adam Cole is your modern day Shawn Michaels. And the people will tune in from NXT to watch Adam Cole. Can you imagine Adam Cole versus Finn again? Adam Cole versus AJ. Adam Cole versus Shinsuke. There are a lot of dream matchups you can make with this guy right here. Why not? Adam Cole can be the future of that organization. He could be the future. Why not? I mean, I think he could carry a company. I mean, Roman is the man right now for the next 3, 4, 5 years, but then somebody else got to take that place. And this guy here, to me, can be the guy to put the company on his back. Floor is yours. Tantalizing.
Now that you're done rambling on about Adam Cole, I love Adam Cole. Adam Cole is great. You are correct. There's a graphic coming up. You can hit this when you see it.
Yes, sir.
No one will ever touch this man. To say that Adam Cole is the modern day Shawn Michaels, in my opinion, is disrespectful.
Oh,
And it's just plain wrong. HBK is untouchable. HBK is the greatest in-ring performer of all time. HBK is on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, not WWE, wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole is a great wrestler. Adam Cole does have a great persona. Adam Cole is great on the mic. But this man right here, whether it was with DX, whether he was by himself, whether it was in a tag team, dudes with attitudes, whether it was with the Rockers, this guy here in ring is untouchable. Never seen him have a bad match against The Undertaker, Mankind, Bret the Hitman Hart, Mr. Perfect, Marty Jannetty. I can go on and on and on and on and on. I had to say something about my boy HBK. I will now go back to Adam Cole. Baby. So, I agree that Adam Cole needs to come to the main roster. I agree Adam Cole would change the landscape. I agree Adam Cole is the future. The only problem is they released Bobby Fish. They cannot reunite Undisputed Era the proper way like they should. Undisputed Era would have been one of the greatest factions in the history of factions. They could have been better than DX, better than The Shield, better than the Horsemen. They should have kept them together. I think Adam Cole will suffer a little bit on the main roster because of his size. Vince likes big guys. As you can see, Adam Cole, and lately Adam Cole's looking a little less, back in his ROH days, Adam Cole had a little more muscle mass to him. He had a little more traps, just like the Tantalizing one has traps. And by the way, as you can see, stay tantalizing with my logo. Check out my merch. But Adam Cole's in trouble. Money-wise, yeah, he'll get it. But will he be utilized in the proper way? Will Vincent Kennedy McMahon use him properly? Will he be a victim of NXT hangover?
That is where I was going to next. Go ahead, finish. I'm gonna cut you off.
There are so many wrestlers who had potential, who could have been next level superstars, who should have been, and Vince, for some reason, does not let them get over. The whole thing about wrestling is you got to get yourself over. Okay, that's true. But you can't get over if the boss doesn't let you get over. You can be over with the fans. You can't book yourself in a match. You need the powers that be to put you in said match so that you can get over. Ricochet, Aleister Black, Sami Zayn to an extent. Who else? Shinsuke Nakamura. Keith Lee. Another guy who they dropped the ball on, in my opinion. Ty Dillinger, a.k.a. Sean Spears, the perfect 10. He had the perfect gimmick, the perfect look, everything. They have dropped the ball with NXT superstars. Look at what they've done.
Andrade, another one, big time.
Samoa Joe, how he should have had a run on the main roster. He was the baddest thing going. Forget injuries. The guy is the best on the mic. Now they put him back on NXT. They brought Finn back. It's a problem for me that they don't let these guys do what they need to do. Kevin Owens too. Look how they took the title from Kevin Owens. RTS Wrestling, thanks for saying that.
Definitely.
They had a title. They gave it to Oldberg. This is, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, a miscarriage of justice, the way they do the NXT superstars.
Okay. Yes, it's an injustice. It's a tragedy. It's tragedy. It's a travesty. I mean, you build up these stars in NXT and you bring them up, and you have to develop new stars on the main roster. And I just don't know what's the issue with Vince not letting it happen. He dropped the ball on Shinsuke for sure, and the others that you've named. I don't get it, but that is what scares me the most. That this guy, as talented as he is, Vince might hold him back. And I hope in that meeting that he told Vince, if I stay and come on the main roster, you don't do to me what you did to others. And RTS Wrestling, we're about to get the Karrion Kross in a minute. I appreciate that statement. I mean, it can't happen to Adam Cole. It cannot happen. This guy is just too
valuable.
Oh man, he's just too valuable. He's too valuable. Too valuable. And you lose him to AEW. There's nothing much more you could say. You've gone out and gotten the talent from Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, wherever. You brought it to NXT to start off with, and it's worked. It's worked. And then they go to the main roster, and they're just jobbers. And that is not what we want from a Keith Lee, a Shinsuke, ones we name. But this guy here, it should not happen to this guy at all. This guy could be the future of your company. And you run with him. You run with him. That is why I say he's the modern day HBK. I'm not saying that he is, but I think he is the closest thing. Boo all you want. Now, move on. As you saw, RTS Wrestling saying Karrion Kross has that problem. We've heard about the heat that Karrion Kross had backstage. I'm gonna let you go first. Why do you think this is happening to him? Why is he losing? And do you think they have a plan for him to where this is why they're doing what they're doing?
Let's clear something up first, okay? Because you made a statement. You said I'm gonna let you go first, okay? Let's let you know what's going on here, okay? JB, I understand you started over the top wrestling, and I've been your co-host all these years. Let's get some straight, bro. Okay, you don't tell me when I go first and when I go last, okay? I go when I feel like going. If I feel like going second, I go second. You save the best for last when I say you save the best for last. So that being said,
hold on. Now wait a minute. See, I never started it. Remember, I went on a post and said me and you were gonna start this. See, I thought about you. I didn't come at it just me. Let's get that straight first. Now back to your promo. Go ahead.
Let's get it straight. Wherever you start, I will finish because I'm the one that closes the show. I'm the showstopper. I'm the main event of the show. And don't you ever forget it. And don't let them forget it either. You notice all these people are here. They're here because of me. Here because I hold the show together. I'm not saying you don't hold your own, but remember who the star is. If there's a Bobby Heenan and a Gorilla Monsoon, I'm definitely the Bobby Heenan. If there's a Vince McMahon and a Jesse the Body Ventura, I'm definitely Jesse the Body Ventura. If there's a Jim Ross and Michael Cole, you're Michael Cole. So now, back to Karrion.
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to get a word. And as you see, I will get my word in, people. Thank you very much. You could be the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania. You could be all of that. But just know this. I'm the Undertaker. And I end your career like he did Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25 and 26.
Anyway, does Karrion Kross have the hex? Does he have the NXT hex? The NXT cloud hovering over his head? We shall see. For him to lose to Jeff Hardy, No disrespect to multi-time world champion Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's been used as a jobber the past couple months. Let's not say jobber, enhancement talent, such as you are. But what they're doing with Karrion Kross is criminal as well. I don't have a problem losing to Keith Lee. I think that was a reversal of Keith Lee not being happy. And those two have great chemistry, so I have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is that your NXT champion, and they do recognize that as a world championship, is in a major feud with Samoa Joe, who has just come back, and you have two people beat him within 3 weeks, 2 weeks before TakeOver 36. So there's definitely a problem. There's definitely a miscommunication. There's definitely a disconnect between talent and talent relations. Who's in charge? Is it Triple H? Is it Vince? Is it Khan? Is it Laurinaitis? Is it Stephanie? Is it Shane? One thing that's true. On this show, I'm in charge. But with WWE, we don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, he says he's in charge, but I can hit this mute button on him like that. But I would never do that to my brother.
He's right. He could do that to me. He's right. He's got the power right now because it's his control. But what he doesn't have the power to do is sell this merchandise for a low price of only $24.99. If you go to teespring.com and type in Tantilizing Tony, you can get one of these shirts. We have short sleeve, long sleeve. We have thermals. For winter, we have sweatpants. Also, boxes coming up next. So go to teespring.com for a low price of only $24.99. You can have one of these. Can you say that, JB?
Not yet, my brother, but in the future. Now, RTS Wrestling, they say what is happening to Karrion Kross makes him look weak. The way he's built up on NXT, I totally agree, and it makes him look weak. He is an unstoppable character on NXT. Can't be beaten, hasn't been beaten, hasn't lost, but he goes to Raw, and he has lost 2 out of 3 matches. I don't like it. I don't like what they're doing with him on Raw. I don't like his entrance. I like his entrance on NXT with Scarlett, with all the smoke. To me, it's one of the best entrances in the game of wrestling. On Raw, it just looks pathetic, in my opinion. Yeah, it looks pathetic. So that's the first thing. I mean, why isn't Scarlett with him? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I did do some reading. What are they doing with Scarlett? Sandpiper 75. I don't know what they're doing with Scarlett. We see her on NXT. I would hope once he's called up, they bring her with him. But I don't know why you bring up a character that you have a character come on Raw. We're gonna do a few matches before we call you up. Why you don't bring his manager with him? I don't understand it. But I read something, Tony. I read that apparently they're doing this just to make us talk more about Karrion Kross, but they're going to make Karrion Kross the first person to ever hold an NXT belt and a main roster belt at the same time. I read this. They didn't say which belt, who he would beat, none of this. All I'm going to say is this. I don't like what I'm seeing. But if they make this happen to where he holds both belts before SummerSlam and after TakeOver, what can we say about what they did with Karrion Kross then? Did they swing us for a swerve if that happens? I say it better happen. It better happen. That's all I have to say. And if it happens, he must be built as the unstoppable, unbeatable character on Raw while he has whatever belt that it is. If that happens, that's what I got to say about that.
I can't disagree with you at all. I can't disagree. They got to build him as a strong guy. They got to build him as a beast. But will they? You know, Vince is in charge. This is another head scratcher. Yeah, are they doing this so that we talk about this? It's definitely working. If you check out YouTube, YouTube's talking about this. All YouTube channels are talking about Karrion Kross and the releases and what's going on, who's in charge, what's happening. Is this to shake things up? Is this to have chatter because of AEW? Is WWE scared of AEW? Now, a lot of people think that they're not competition. And on my show last night, my live recap show on YouTube, on the Tantilizing Tony channel, they were saying, nah, there's no competition. And I'm starting to think that might not be the case. Ratings-wise, they're doing well.
Yes, they are.
They're competing with NXT, as well as Raw is such a terrible product right now. The show's so bad. Now, this past week, it wasn't bad at all. They did a good job.
But I agree.
From week's history, last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, Raw has been unwatchable. It's been the worst. It's been pathetic. It's been the worst show on television.
That's correct.
So I think Vince might not be scared, but he may be a tad bit nervous.
It's possible. I think Vince got a side eye on what AEW is doing. I really think so. I don't think he's scared, but I think he's just like this every now and then, peeking to the side to see what they're doing.
I agree.
Yeah. Now,
hey, hold on a second. RTX Wrestling said, and what championships? I mean,
my fault.
You can't put him with a tag team champion because that diminishes who he is. So
that kills it.
You can't take it away from Roman or Bobby Lashley. So it has to be a secondary championship like the IC title or the U.S. title. I'd see it as a U.S. title because I think that title is easier pickings right now between if it's going to go to Damian Priest. I can see him beat Damian Priest because he's beat him in the past. So it could happen.
Definitely. Since he's on Raw, I'm not saying anything with Bobby Lashley as of now, but I'm definitely going to say the U.S. Championship. That's the one I'm going to go with. He has NXT and the U.S. Championship. That would be, to me, awesome. And that's history being made. Also, got to look at it as, even though it's under WWE, but cross-platform champion, NXT and a WWE champion at the same time. Something like what Kenny has done, Kenny Omega. And speaking of championship belts, let's talk about what is going on SmackDown with this Universal title fiasco. So it's set in stone that John Cena will take on Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But as we see, Finn Balor is still in this picture. And will they add Finn Balor to a triple threat, which I hope they don't? But I want Finn to get his shot at the title. I really do. But I would rather Finn get his shot maybe at the next pay-per-view, as after SummerSlam, or on SmackDown. Finn has to have a feud happen with Baron Corbin, since Baron Corbin cost him the chance of competing for the Universal Championship. Now, you say no. Go ahead, interject.
Last night, that match was so quick between Baron and Finn. There's no need for a feud. That was a one-off. I believe that was to show that Finn Balor's not playing. Finn Balor beat him in under 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin had no offense. A couple moves, not major. We saw no deep six. We saw no end of days. Baron Corbin right now is pathetic and humbled, and I like that gimmick with him. But they're trying to make Finn Balor look strong, that he's not taking any crap. So that's why they beat him up at the end. RTS Wrestling says he didn't like the SmackDown ending. I understand what you're saying, RTS, but they did it perfectly because now that still has everybody talking about Finn Balor in the title picture. And,
exactly.
and let's talk about this fiasco. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm going to take it right here.
No, you good.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
I sat there and said, I said interject. Go ahead.
I'm interject. The Universal title right now is the hottest title in all of wrestling. But here's the problem. Finn Balor's name was typed on that bottom line. You can see it in the close-up. Baron Corbin runs in, and he's going to sign. Then Cena runs in and signs it in a Sharpie. How is this even legal? How can someone sign their name on somebody else's contract? I think there's a big plot hole there with that. Of course, we know it's wrestling. Of course, we know that we suspend belief when it comes to wrestling. But come on, man, come on. You sign a contract, you're in. So if that's the case, quiet you. If that's the case, even my dog doesn't like it. What, Mama? You agree it's bull crap too? What do you think? Huh? That means at SummerSlam, if they have a contract signing in the ring, I can run down, knock whoever else is out, and sign my name, and I'm in the main event of a match? Come on, man. Oh, and my son Tony Bermudez is in the room, and as you can say, he put the hashtag up. Hashtag stay Tantilizing. Available on teesprings.com. Type in teesprings.com and my name, Tantilizing Tony. And you can also get this t-shirt for a low price of only $24.99. Go ahead, JB.
All right. So I'm going to say this in regards to you not liking the people coming in, interfering, and Cena signing his name on the contract. Here's my question to you. Have we ever seen that done in professional wrestling? Ever?
Yes.
Okay, you have. I can't remember ever seeing it done.
I've seen. I can't. If anybody's watching, I'd appreciate you guys tell me. But I have seen someone sign a contract that didn't belong to them, and I had a problem with it then. I really wish I could remember. But also, real quick, I got a $5 super chat from my son Tony Bermudez. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie and say he's not my kid, even though he has another last name. Shout out real quick to that kid and that last name, Tony Bermudez. Rest in peace, Leica Bermudez, who's up in heaven. Anthony's mother, my former wife. That's my firstborn son, everybody. And he gave me a follow super chat. He is in Las Vegas, Nevada. And JB, you will be meeting him in Nevada when we hit the ground on August 19th and 20th. There we go.
Tell him. So that was my first time seeing that. I liked it. I thought it was something new. You started before. I liked it. I just trying to see where they're going to go with Finn. Since Finn took out Baron. And no Davila 32. I pronounced it wrong. I apologize. He says they need this triple threat match. See it? I just want to see. I want to see Cena and Roman as the main event. That's it. But you got to put Finn in SummerSlam somewhere. He has to be a part of SummerSlam. We cannot leave Finn out because Finn has been a big upgrade to SmackDown ever since he came back to the main roster. So, I really don't think we're gonna see Finn in this title picture at SummerSlam because I think that's Cena, and Cena loses and he's gone again doing his movies and shows. But I think after SummerSlam, it's gonna be Finn versus Roman. That's what I think.
If I'm fantasy booking, I do not book Finn Balor in a match, but you have him interfere. Because right now, Finn's like an anti-hero. He's not a face or heel. He's right in that middle. RTS says he's mid-card. No, he's not mid-card. He's main event. He's not mid-card. That's why he beat Baron Corbin so bad. If you think about it, Baron Corbin got squashed. That was a squash match. He had a few shining bright moments, but Finn Balor dominated that match, and then they had the Usos and Roman give him the kibosh. But if you notice something, Finn beat both of the Usos, the World Tag Team Champions, and it took a third member, Roman Reigns, to come in and shut Finn down. So Finn is in the main event title picture. You got to have him sit back. I'd have him coming as especially since we lost to Fiend. Perfect time to bring back the Demon. Bring him back in SummerSlam to interfere in the match, and that sets up Roman and Finn at Survivor Series.
Sandpiper 75 says they should take their time bringing Balor back into the championship picture. Let Cena and Reigns go at it first. Agree. Now, this is where I say this at, because, I said he has to be part of the SummerSlam picture. Tony says he has to interfere. What if the Usos interfere in that matchup and Balor comes out to help John Cena? Just to get revenge on Roman and the Usos for attacking him. I think that's a possible segment of the match that can happen. Do you agree?
100%. You're not usually right, but you're right today with this one. No, you are. You definitely have a point. This is what what's exciting about SmackDown. And this is why we talk about SmackDown so much more than Raw, because they seem like they can get all their ducks in a row and that they know what's going on and what is on the fingers on the pulse of what we want. We love seeing Finn back on the main roster. Cena coming back is great. Cena has come back to great fanfare. No boos, no John Cena sucks. Roman Reigns is at the top of his game and shows why he is the tribal chief and why he is the head of the team.
That's correct. RTS Wrestling. Do you think Cena is going to fight Roman and leave? I think Cena wrestles Roman at SummerSlam. He loses, and Cena is gone again, back doing movies and shows.
What's up, Zach?
What's up, Zach Stimson? But yes, Roman, there's no storyline and nothing in professional wrestling bigger than Roman Reigns as we speak for just about a whole year, almost a year. I think Roman came back at SummerSlam when he came in during the Bray Wyatt Fiend matchup, right? That was SummerSlam. Yeah. So we are about a year with Roman, and then I think it was a week later he won the Universal Championship. So look, Roman is not about to lose his title just yet. It's not happening. They gotta get it to where Roman, thank you, Kira. There it is, 600 plus days without being pinned. Okay, and that's before he came back last year. So other than that,
let me say one thing real quick. I didn't do this. Usually on my shows, Jared. So what happens? First of all, Tony Bermudez gave me a he gave me a $4.99 super sticker. And Nelson Feature, my best friend in the whole world, Nelson. Thank you so much, Nelly. OSP Nelly Nell. A $1.99 Tantilizing. Cha-ching. Money. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, Jared, 600 days plus not getting pinned. Bro, that's crazy for now. That happens in other organizations, but for WWE, come on.
You're right. That's crazy. He says, you have been saying for years that once he came in heel, his popularity would be through the roof. I hate him as a face. He had no personality. Hey, a lot of us have said that, Tony.
See, this is what. Let me go off on a tangent. Jared, have a seat. Oh, you're sitting already? Good.
I've been sitting.
See, Tony Bermudez is one of those people that realizes that he knows greatness when he sees it. He knows that when I make a statement, it has foreshadowing things that should happen in the future. If I was Marty McFly and had a time machine and had a DeLorean, I went back in time and gave Roman the title back at WrestleMania prior to WrestleMania 30. I've been saying this for years, that if they let the handcuffs off of Roman Reigns, he will show why he's the tribal chief, why he's the head of the table, why he's head of the bloodline, and why he can be the future of wrestling for years to come. Thank you for noticing.
I know for 7 years, I've said the same thing, that Roman would be the face of the company, but he'd be better as a heel and just Roman being himself. And that's what they're doing right now. No, hold on, RTS Wrestling. Hold up, wait a minute. Tony is not the tribal of wrestling news. Oh my goodness. Do not make his head any bigger than what it is. His head has come down in size. It's much smaller than what it was. Do not help his head get back bigger, please.
That's because I'm in the 250s. By the way, weight loss, I'm in the 250s. And just so you guys know, on May 21st of this year, I weighed 340 pounds. And 12 weeks later, that's right, 3 months later, I am in the 250s.
The head of YouTube wrestling show, believe that. Yes, indeed. Now, see RTS, you got him feeling himself. He's feeling himself now. Now, let's go on to our last subject. Oh, Zach Stimson, Tantilizing Tony is sponsored by Bootios. Because if you ain't booty, let's go on to the last subject. So, they were starting to promote it. Starting to promote this. Heyman Adam Page about to get his title shot against Kenny Omega. They were promoting it. And I felt good because I've said for the longest time, there is only one person in AEW that should and can get that AEW World Championship belt off Kenny Omega. And I said that is Adam Hangman Page. I said no one else on the roster can do it. We get a 5-on-5 match. If Adam Hangman Page and the Dark Order wins, they get title shots. Tag team AEW World Champion shots. They lost that match. And I will sit here and say that is a big mistake on the part of AEW. On the part of AEW. Then they say, we're going to push it off a little while because we got Daniel Bryan and CM Punk coming in. So you're telling me Adam Page, a guy who's worked his ass off for years, a jobber at Ring of Honor, became a star in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and now he's becoming a superstar within AEW. You telling me because we're bringing in CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, he has to wait? Oh, by the way, Christian Cage is your new number one contender. He gets the title shot. This blew my mind. This is the guy that should be your new AEW champion. Period. I don't get it. Why he gotta wait again? Why he gotta wait some more? You made Adam Page look like a bitch, in my opinion. You did. You treating him like a bitch. This was his turn. Get him in the Dark Order a win. Give him that win. Set up the title shot. Have this man become the new world champion. Kenny, he's not big like Roman, but he's a superstar. Imagine Adam Page beating Kenny Omega and the pop he would get around the world. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't even know what they're going to do with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Will they just skip the line and skip over him? Because I'm sorry, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan still don't have the status that Hulk Hogan had when he left WWF and went straight to WCW. I understood that, but in this instance, I don't get it. Hangman Page to me is the future of AEW. He is the future, hands down. How much longer are you going to have him wait before he gets a title shot? We saw this mistake with Braun Strowman. You can go.
You all right? You need a Valium? You need a Xanax? You okay?
I don't need none of that. But yeah, I was pissed about it. I was very pissed because I was looking forward to it. Adam Page, I like him as a wrestler. Very talented. Great in-ring ability. Finally about to get a shot. When he fought Chris Jericho for the title, I understood it. Chris Jericho is a big name. You need a big name to be your first world champion. I understood that. The time is now. Because you went from Jericho, Ambrose to Kenny. The time is now. Why not now? Go ahead, my friend.
Before I get into why, let me just, anytime that this name's mentioned, Hulk Hogan, you get a boo.
Of course. We booed that man out the building at WrestleMania 37.
That's for you, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, if you're ever watching this show ever or ever meet you face to face at your show, at your shop, boo. Now, I love your passion about Hangman Adam Page. I love that you feel so. Your conviction is so strong, that your resolve is so strong when it comes to Adam Page. Adam Page is a great wrestler. Adam Page is a good on-air talent. Adam Page is not CM Punk. He's not Daniel Bryan. He's not Chris Jericho. And he's not Kenny Omega. And let me tell you why.
I agree.
He does not have the gravitas. Look it up, people, in case you don't know. He does not have the gravitas that those guys have. And he does not have the it factor where he could carry a company on his shoulders. Would it be great to see him win the title? Yes. Will we? Yes. But you got to realize this, and this is coming from a wrestler standpoint. Your main job is to put asses in the seats. Now, be honest. What's a bigger match on the marquee? Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title, or former WWE World Champion Christian versus Kenny Omega? On paper, if you look at that on two programs and those two different names are on top, what looks better?
That's a great question, and I'm gonna say this. We could easily say Christian versus Hangman Page, Christian versus Kenny Omega. Easily say that. But the thing is, will the fans want to see a 40-something-year-old Christian take on a 38-year-old Kenny Omega, or would they rather see young up-and-coming Hangman Page? That's the question. But I
have an answer.
Okay.
I have an answer. Yes, they will want to see the veteran take on the guy in his prime because they know that they can't give Christian the title.
Exactly.
That means he's got his world title shot. He's been brought in AEW for what he's brought there for, to bring notoriety, to bring a gravitas, to bring notoriety and fame, and the WWE fans that liked him bring him in. They bring in all his fans, all the peeps. And what's that do for Kenny Omega? He's just beaten a WWE superstar, which makes him look even stronger. Now down the line, who you got waiting in the wings to take the title from him? Hangman Adam Page. To give Hangman Adam Page the title right now, it's cool, but it does nothing for shock factor. You beat Adam Page down to the point where you stop believing in him, and then you put him in the world title picture, and then you pull the trigger, so to speak. Pun intended. Hangman Adam Page, pull the trigger, and that's that cowboy SHIT, because I won't curse because we're live. That's what you do. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, you throw them in the mix too. CM Punk and Kenny Omega will have great matches. Disqualifications. Same thing with Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, if you will. Disqualifications. You do everything in these matches to have Kenny Omega look like he's going to get beat, but then you have something happen, the factions interfere, disqualifications, whatever the case may be, and then at AEW's biggest pay-per-view, you give the title shot to Adam Page and you pull the trigger. New AEW World Champion.
Here's my question to you. Okay, I like what you said.
I know. It was smart.
I like it. Who can Adam Page continue to feud with to make himself bigger in the eyes of the audience who's watching?
Man, there's so many people. You got all the elite guys. You got there's hundreds of people there. AEW's roster is deep.
It's huge.
You know? Lance Archer.
Okay.
Miro. How about Miro, who is on fire right now?
True.
Malachi Black.
Yeah, but he couldn't beat Malachi Black right now. You trying to bring him up?
Not today, but in 2 months. Malachi Black's not going to win every match. He's going to dominate Cody Rhodes for right now. He's going to win that feud. But what better way to set up Adam Page as a monster to beat Malachi, to beat Lance Archer, to even go against Jericho in a face versus face match and beat Jericho, to beat MJF. Listen, I like the way
I like the match against I would love that. MJF versus Hangman Page. I would love
man.
that. I would love
money.
that.
It's
Yeah.
money. The biggest heel in the business right now is MJF, and and Adam Page is your working man's champion. He's like the epitome of what the Intercontinental Champion would be if he was in WWE. He's the people's champion in AEW. Everybody wants to see him win the title. You can't give the fans what they want now. You gotta wait. So don't be discouraged, JB. Don't be upset. Don't be a hater like you are about me all the time. You gotta be patient and you gotta wait to see what they do. What is AEW's main pay-per-view? All in, right? Is that what it is? What's their big one?
It's All Out.
All out, all in,
Yeah.
all out. I'll be all in and all out. That's when you pull the trigger. That's in February or March, right? I think in February, right?
No, it's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah.
It's okay to correct me because you know I'm not up on AEW all the way. But have you noticed I have been watching more? But
Yes, yeah.
whenever the pay-per-view's coming up, that's when you pull the trigger with Adam Page on the big pay-per-view. That's when you do it. Not now.
Okay, so here's my question. You saying we stayed for Braun Strowman for forever, and once he got the belt, we were like this.
But
How
that's
much long-
WWE.
Wait,
That's
wait.
WWE, and they do things differently. Vince McMahon is in charge there. The wrestlers are in charge in AEW. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Matt and Nick Jackson. And they got somebody who's financially behind them in Tony Khan, who pockets are deep, and he listens. Vince takes advice. He takes stuff under advisement, but he does what he wants to do no matter what. Tony Khan does what's best for business.
So back to my question now. AEW has been on TV for almost 2 years. I think in October it'll be 2 years. How much longer do you think until they pull a trigger on Adam Page? Another year to the next All Out?
No. You have Christian lose to to Omega, and then you start a program where Adam Page has to go through Nick Jackson, the Good Brothers, and everybody else in that faction. And then he gets Kenny Omega.
Okay. All right. Okay. So for right now, Hangman Page walked out on the Dark Order. It looks like that might be a feud happening, or they'll make up or whatever. But I like what you just said. Go through the whole elite and beat the elite and then set it up. I like that. Zach Stimson, what's both of your thoughts on AEW Rampage debuting on Friday? And what wrestlers are you looking forward to see on there and raising their game? So first thing I'm extremely shocked is that they pretty much got the United Center in Chicago sold out. Because AEW been in smaller arenas compared to WWE. The United Center holds 21,000. That was a shocker to me. I didn't see that coming. That is great news.
Can they sell it out?
They're pretty much sold out. They had to open up more seats. So it's pretty good. They debuts on Friday. So at first I was told it debuts after SmackDown goes off the air. And then I was told the same time as SmackDown. So I don't know which time is actually correct, Zach, but I'll say this. I would hope they would debut after SmackDown goes off the air. That'll be the best option. Then now you could grab the SmackDown fans and your regular AEW fans who don't watch anything of WWE, and they can watch it. It starts after SmackDown. Okay, good. That's great. It starts after SmackDown. That's perfect. Perfect. Who am I looking forward to seeing on there? I don't have any names, but I want to see the talent that we don't see much of. The talent that you might see on AEW Dark, AEW Dark Elevation. That's who I want to see. I want to see some of the people like Amber Nova, who we had on this show, be on this show. give her a chance to be on a national televised, be on national TV. Amber Nova, just names that I've never heard of that I want to see and get accustomed to. I'm like, oh man, this guy was great. What's his name? That's who I want to see. You know, I seen the stars already, the big stars who they got, the ones that have not gotten much TV time. That's what I want to see. My friend Tantilizing, you want to answer Zach's question?
They're not going to pull the trigger on CM Punk. I don't think they will. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. As for everybody else, I want them to give these young guys a chance. I think Rampage should be the show where I think this should be the NXT of AEW. I think this is where they should showcase wrestling matches, where you have great wrestling matches. Doesn't matter about storyline, matters great matches, technical matches, high-flying matches. This is where they should be able to showcase people that will not normally get showcased. I love to see Miro take this show over. I love to see the TNT champion take over Rampage. I'd like to see Miro be the face of AEW when it comes to Rampage and things have to go through him. Also like to see Lance Archer as well as Brian Cage. So many Private Party.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy. I like to see the Dark Order who have grown on me. Mm-hmm. I like to see Colt Cabana get a chance at some things. I like to see a lot of guys that have young and who've been passed over.
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
Wait, he's with Impact. My fault. Impact.
That doesn't mean he can't show. That's the good thing. They have a working relationship, so we can see him coming. You know, the Good Brothers can defend the Impact Tag Team Championship on Rampage. There's so many ways you can go because right now, the way AEW has set itself up, they've set themselves up to succeed. As I've been a big critic of them, their production value is getting better. It's not WWE level yet, but
not yet.
I think all the commentary teams are great. I think Excalibur is by far a great commentator. I think Tony Schiavone is.
Wait. You think Excalibur is a great commentator?
I think he does a great job.
No, he is the worst. He is the worst, man.
Let me tell you why I like him. He makes a lot of mistakes, and that's human. He makes you feel like, oh, I would have called that way myself. You don't have to be polished. AEW is not a polished product, and that's what you look at it. This is the People's Wrestling Network. This is the people's organization to watch. WWE is corporate. AEW is like the old ECW. It's something that you can connect to because they want to relate to you on a one-on-one basis. So yeah, I like Excalibur. You can disagree with me, but
yeah, big time, because he doesn't let these guys talk. It's him. Like, yo, let Tony talk. Let JR talk. You want to talk 90% of the time, and then you just be out there with random stuff. Excalibur, to me, needs to go. I'd rather Callis come there and talk more than him.
See, this is what your problem is with commentary and co-hosting. You don't realize when the star is in the room and he has a lot to say, that's what's going to happen. When you have a lot to say, when you have, let me finish, when you have a lot to say and when you have the knowledge, the wrestling knowledge, such as I do, like this show, let's just keep things straight so all the people watching know what's happening here, okay? Your opinion matters very much, but it doesn't matter as much as mine because I'm the veteran and because I'm the show, okay? And if I say Excalibur is doing his thing, that's not an opinion. It's the law. It's the rule. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Everybody in this world knows that Mr. Stereo Dibs states only facts. And our brother, your friend, my friend, B. Cannon. Don't boo B. Cannon. Don't boo B. Cannon. Don't do that. B. Cannon. Find you another person to room with at SummerSlam. He booing you, brother. But B. Cannon just said Excalibur sucks.
How dare B. Cannon's allowed his opinion. You're not.
It's a
B.
fact.
Cannon, that boo is not for you, B. Cannon. B. Cannon is my roommate in Vegas at SummerSlam. B. Cannon is entitled to his opinion because he's a fan watching you, sir, on the show and should be neutral down the middle. And just because
Neutral. I'm disagreeing with you.
that's not what you do on the show. You agree with me because I'm
No,
right.
I'm a man.
You a man. You a man.
If you were right, I agree with you. Shoot. I guarantee you, Mark Henry would do a better job than what Excalibur does. Pat McAfee could go on AEW Dynamite and do a better what Excalibur does.
I don't disagree. I think I said this last night. Pat McAfee is money. Pat McAfee has revitalized my whole career. So yes. RTS Wrestling had a question.
Yeah, I see it. We got two questions. Let's go with Zach. Zach's first. What's your thoughts on yesterday? We talked about that earlier. I'll get right back into it right quick. There's a lot of NXT releases, and I don't know if somebody's overstepping Triple H to do this or not, but I disagree with it. I don't like Bronson Reed. I didn't like Mercedes Martinez. I didn't like Leon Ruff all getting released.
It's bullcocky. It's wrong.
Did you see the? Go ahead. Sorry.
During the SmackDown Live recap show last night, I literally was taken back. These guys, Zach and the other guys, sent me messages on the releases. I was like this, like in shock. I'm still in shock. I don't know what they're doing. I hate not knowing what's going on, and this really started to scare me because I'm a WWE guy, and with them doing this makes me think they're selling. Like, I can't imagine my life without WrestleMania. I don't know what I'll do.
You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one, bro.
I don't know. But yeah.
RTS Wrestling, did you see the Michael Cole mistake on SmackDown?
What was it?
Yeah, what was it? I don't remember a mistake. As he's telling us what the mistake was. Let's talk about right quick. You brought it up that he's revitalized Michael Cole's career. Michael Cole said the same thing, and I always said I don't think Michael Cole was bad, but I think he had good chemistry with certain people. And Pat McAfee is one, and I think Taz was the other.
Yes.
I don't think his chemistry with JR was bad, but it wasn't awesome like it is now with Pat and Taz. So I think the chemistry he has with these two is just, to me, outstanding and perfect. And I hope it can last, and I hope they can stay together for a very, very long time.
I gotta agree with you on that one. Taz and Michael Cole are great together. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, not so much. But I think, to me, Pat McAfee has been the best co-host for Michael Cole. I think that Michael Cole might have been on his way out the door when it comes to commentating. I think he'll still be with the company, but I think McAfee made it fun for Michael Cole again, and it's made it fun for me because Pat McAfee reminds me of myself. He's a champ. He's a champion.
Mm-hmm.
He's very animated. He's got je ne sais quoi. He's got charisma, and he's talented, just like me. So Pat McAfee, to me, one of the best SmackDown commentators in a long, long time. So yeah.
Plain and simple. They hit the lottery on that one when they got him. Boom. Bianca Belair versus Zelina Vega, but he said Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. And right. Okay, yeah, they said the wrong name. Yeah,
McAfee did correct him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the sign of a great team. Yes. As you guys watch, Jerry makes a lot of mistakes, and I correct him. So it's just what we do.
Anyway, yeah, that stuff like that happens on live air. I mean, look at Jim Ross. How many times has he said WWE? So mistakes do happen. Tony makes mistakes on this show also. You know, I correct him politely to where I don't embarrass him or make him feel shame. But Sandpiper 75 got a question. With all of these budget cuts that have happened recently, could this come back and bite Vince big time? I'll let you do that one.
You let me, or I will do it.
You will do it. Go ahead.
So the budget cuts. Budget cuts is a phrase for something's going on that we don't want to tell you. How can you have a budget cut? Kira, do me a favor. And by the way, let's do a little business. Kira, our producer, you see Mikey, guys. Kira takes care of all the graphics that you see up there. She is my right hand on all my YouTube channels. Anything you see that is done, she does it. So shout out to Kira. Kira, look up what WWE made last quarter. So while she does that, budget cuts is a lie. It's a lie of a word. It's a lie of a phrase. How can a multi-million-dollar corporation cut people's salaries and say it's for budget cuts, but you made so much money during the pandemic era by not going on the road with live shows? Come on, give me a break. Hit it with 2021. Hit that. So the rep, put that up there. Let's share that so you can see that. JB, you can maybe put that up.
I got it. I got it right there.
I can't see it. Can you make it bigger, Kira? Hold on, Kira's doing this, guys. We're live right now. There we go. Scroll down. Good job. Revenue was $233.9 million, an increase of 17%, or $33.8 million. Primarily driven by the increased monetization of content, including higher content license fees associated with delivery of the WWE Network content, the contractual escalation of core content rights fees from the distribution of company's flagship. Listen, Kira, hit the next one too. Hit the reports for the second quarter, which would have been right there. That one right there, above. Hit all of 2021. Let me hit that. So that was so right now, this is just their revenue. This isn't everything else. So 8 times, an increase of 8 times what they made last year. Are you kidding me? So where's the budget cuts? They're printing their own money. They're printing their own money. They have their own money. So that's what they hear every time. This is all they hear. This is all WWE hears all day long. What budget cuts? They're lying. Something's going on. Something's going on.
The truth will be told soon. What is going on? We will eventually find out. But I mean, to me, this is unexplainable. Of all these releases, and they say it's due to budget cuts. And I know it's not the truth. Of course, Tantilizing knows it's not the truth. But what can we do about it? RTS Wrestling, it will hurt WWE, and they will regret it. Very, very possible that can happen, you know. But when you're the juggernaut of wrestling as of right now, not yet, but definitely could happen. Definitely. Before we get out the show, how was Jobber Slam, right?
Yeah, I didn't post anything for Jobber Slam yet. Out of respect for all the workers there, I'm gonna let them post their stuff first because I didn't want to put up results. Because I didn't know if they, put their results up yet. But, Jared, something's coming up right now. This is what I think about WWE right now. And they're, hold on, she got it. This is what I think about WWE's budget cuts. But Jobber Slam was good, man. I was in Brooklyn, my hometown. It was off the chain. I made a lot of great people. I'm this weekend coming up. I'm going to where are we going? Tomorrow we're going to H2O Wrestling in Williamstown, New Jersey. H2O Wrestling. Next week going to We Are Wrestling in Richfield Park, New Jersey, and then that's on Friday. And on Saturday we're going back home to New York, Long Island, NYWC, the New York Wrestling Connection. My good friend Shane O'Neill, he runs that. We'll be getting some backstage interviews. I can't tell you who's going to be there, but I got a coup coming on. And then next Saturday at Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. Pull it up, Kira. This is something I'm working on. I'm not afraid to share it. Hold on, guys. Give me just one quick second. Slam Fest. Hold on. So I think it's called Slam Fest, right, Kira? Hit that right there, right there. Anyone. The big one. Share this one, JB.
I got you.
It's coming up. There you go. See those stars right there?
Yeah.
So this is my plan. They have something called a meet and greet, and they have packages, photo op packages and autograph packages. They're $75 a person. You get an autograph and a picture. But they have a $2.99 package where you get every person there. See if we can find a list, Kira, on who's there exactly. And this is major. Let's see. That's not it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. But as you can see, Jerry the King Lawler, Darby Allin, Matt Hardy, of course, the WWE Hall of Famer. There we go. Put that one up, Kira. Good job. Kira's the best producer ever. She does a great job because it's not even.
Yes, she is.
It's not easy. Okay, JB, get that one up.
I got it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Those are the guys right there. And there's more. Enzo, Sergeant Slaughter, Private Party, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Jerry the King Lawler, Matt Hardy, Tay Conti, Darby Allin, and Kurt Angle, and many, many more. My plan is to buy the entire package to get everybody and get them on my YouTube channel, promoting the channel. Kurt Angle is my first conquest to get them to say, hey, check out one of the greatest YouTubers on, Tantilizing Tony. If I can get that, that's a coup right there. So that's my plan to get these guys. That's next Sunday. So you live in the Jersey area. If you live in South Jersey, it's Jackson, New Jersey, exit 7, Six Flags Slam Fest. I will be there at 7 a.m. waiting. Even though the show doesn't start till 11, 12, I will be there. I got a lot of things going on. Wow. What Nick Thompson says? Booker T's at UFC.
Booker T is at UFC 265. It's in Houston.
Oh, so, wow.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Great show, my brother. Great show today.
I got to agree with that one.
Yeah.
Our first time live on YouTube.
Well, first time live on both our YouTube channels.
There you go.
You go. Both our channels. Definitely. We got it to where, boom, we got it to where it's working for both of us now. Oh, man. So I enjoyed it. It's been 2 weeks. We'll be back here next Saturday again. Yes. Next Saturday, we are back here, same time, 7 Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Subscribe to our YouTube pages. My friend, YouTube page is Tantilizing Tony. My YouTube page is Mr. Steal Your Dibs wrestling page. Until next week. Any last words, my friend?
Stay tantalizing. What's my thing here for the tees, Kira? Tees. The t-shirts. What? The t-shirts. What's the name of it? Teespring. Teespring.com. Tantilizing Tony. That's why I have her. Teespring.com. Tantilizing Tony. Just go to Teespring. Type it in. The links will be in this description. This shirt's $24.99. It seems like a lot, but it all goes to the channel. I appreciate you guys. I'm almost at 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. Share both our pages. Mr. Steal Your Dibs, Tantilizing Tony, my co-host, my man, JB, Jared, Boyd. I love you, my brother from another mother. Great job with your world championships this weekend in Arizona. You did a great job. Just so you guys know, JB's a world champion of four-time world champion. Taekwondo world champion. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That guy is no joke. So listen, even though I've lost weight, when there's a fight, I send him down the dark alleys, and I call it popos.
That's right. Thank you, RTS Wrestling. Thank you, Sandpiper 75. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Thank you all, everybody that had a question or commented. Thank you. Like we said, follow us on our YouTube pages, please. We greatly appreciate that. Until next Saturday, everyone, peace.
Stay televised.